Okay. So we're talking about One Piece. Which chapter was it again?
1134.
1134. Okay.
1134. 1134. Whichever one.
Whatever you want to go by.
Newest chapter.
The Yeast unleashed in the East. But, yeah, I think that's shaped.
I feel like it's not.
And if it's not, then that means that
because of the abnormality of how it was Shanks came to be. In fact, even a fucking treasure chest.
You know what? I would say no, considering the fact that he just left. Since he was just there, just like him leaving.
Like if there was something he wanted to plan to do, like he's still a pirate, so it's not like it's like gotta be secret. It was like the fuck we gonna stop?
It's like
I feel like it's
another celestial.
Oh yeah, I feel like it might be another Holy Knight that's just
that looks like
that's his twin,
or like someone related to him because
like I said, it was like and also it would go into the guys. It was like because it was like when they showed the little scene when he's talking to the elders. People thought it was like, yo, he's talking about either Luffy or Blackbeard. It was like, in hindsight, it could have been that dude was actually talking about Shanks himself.
So it's like, that probably
like I said, because they never show the side.
And then like on purpose. It's like on purpose. So it's like he probably is like, if he's not related to him, then it's like, that kind of coincides with just that Shanks is up there on that level of celestial dragon. And it's like, apparently some of these niggas are capable of just demon transmutations and are able to just appear. But then I guess it would beg the question, who got them? Or like, did they just come out of a summoning circle? Or was it like, is that
like in the essence, like with Saturn?
Right.
Saturn,
it was like, right. There was someone there, or was it that there was already a pre-made circle that they could just go to? Considering that place was like an old temple that was left just left alone or whatnot.
I think that was the old king.
Probably. Yeah, so like they just happened to be there and whatnot. Yeah, so
if anything, because of the correspondence and what it is all supposed to be, realistically, they might be the ones to try to free Loki. And it's like religion is like because of like the giant's feelings towards him, as well as what he believes he's supposed to bring towards everything. And also it's like the dangerousness of giants. And it's like, so it's like, we gonna help this out by releasing Loki, who is believed to destroy everything.
That.
Also, who the fuck was he talking to?
Right. And I feel like, because they said that they got like elders there and whatnot. So it's like, if there are elders that essentially agree with Loki, it's just that they're not being public with it. It was like, hey, you kind of got the right ideas.
The elders might be the same too that was during for Big Mom. They said one of their names, and it was like when the barmaid chick was like, take this. Because like she said the elder's name, like that's the dude that was during Big Mom's flashback, and she was like, I'll say to your dad or whatnot.
But just in the sense of like much like what the teacher said, because it was like like the things that we're doing now went along with how the previous king wanted it. He wanted to change up how we used to do stuff, and that went against some of the Greybeards. And she was like, some of the Greybeards didn't really agree with his methods, but he was the king. But right now, since Loki killed him, we don't have a sovereign. So it's like they're kind of at a standstill on what exactly they're gonna go towards. And it's like, obviously he's been gone for all this damn time. What is it, Rudigen, the nigga that's part of Luffy fleet? Yeah, because it's like, he's been a toy for all this time. So it's like he recently came back.
But he wasn't a toy all the time. He became a toy during that fight because Luffy fought him in the Coliseum.
Oh shit, yeah, he did. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, first they were just mercenaries. They was doing stuff for Buggy.
Right.
Well,
then I guess then it just goes with he doesn't want to be king if it was like approached to him or anything like that for Elblaf. If essentially he just more so, I like to see or it's like, ain't really heard his take on what happened with Loki or whether or not like what he feels about the scenario. But I think that's going to be interesting as to see towards that. The fact that another factor would also be that fucking owl at the library And it was like the fact that it made some, I was like, how everything else is drawn, that's one of the darker things in that picture. And I was like, and it's just sitting there. And then like Saul just like, it's the mystery of the owl library. And I was like, that owl can do something. It was a giantification or whatever. But I would also think that the people who appeared there might be after something that's there on the island rather than trying to free Loki. And it's like there might be something there that they want that like coincides with the Celestials or is connected with the power source.
Yeah, it might be a devil.
Right, yeah. And as we know, niggas can steal devil fruit. So and the fact that
only Blackbeard can. You can kill.
Yeah, but the fact that like the devil fruit for the giants is like it can be passed down. You know, it's like and Loki got it. So it's like what however, whatever you do, never say never in the world of One Piece.
I feel like in that sense, it's just like after that person, like they essentially go out to find the fruit. And it's like, bam.
What do you mean?
I'm saying like, because you're saying in the sense of the devil fruit being passed down. They're saying like after that person dies, because like the devil fruit just pops up. I feel like it's like they just seek out to find it to pass it down.
Oh, I was thinking like because you got killed, then you get it. You know, it's like if that might be the core aspect of if that's not a part of the devil fruit, or if essentially that's how that function works, because of the fact that it was like, yeah, it's one of the rare things that does that. It is like, so if that's the case, and it's like it passes down to someone that is like, all right, like they're able to either they can just physically give it to you, like just give you the power, or you just straight, or like what Loki did, I can kill you and just force him to take it. But if like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's just in the sense of when you die, the fruit goes. Like then it's just able to pop up like with Ace fruit.
No. I'm saying it's like a thing from them. Like not that it pops up somewhere else, but like I'm able to just transfer power to you. Some whatever.
You're saying like that's part of the fruit itself.
Right. Like that may like you know it might be a bloodline thing. It might be like just the particular power of that devil fruit itself.
Again, it's like that was the whole purpose of him killing him, because it's just for the devil fruit itself.
Right. But I'm saying like it's just that like, you know, maybe like the dad was like, I'm not giving it to Loki.
But I'm saying, but if you're saying it's in that sense, of like even if he died, he still shouldn't be able to take it because he still would be like the owner of the devil.
No, I'm saying like for whatever reason, like the devil fruit ability itself, and it's like that's why he was able to do that. So Loki was like, all right, I'm able to kill you and I can just take it. It's like rather than waiting for you to either pass it down or like waiting for you to die and it coming to me, or like you allowing it to come to me or something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just I feel like the aspect of it being that way was that yeah, it's something that can be transferred. And like one of the few ones that either
I feel like it's just more in the sense kind of like with Wano. Feel like when like what Kaido was saying, like yo, that's the fruit, that's the deity of Wano. And I gave like you ate it. Like it's just certain lands associate stuff with it.
I can see that being a thing also. But I feel like it like to me it's like I just feel like it might be like essentially a pseudo Blackbeard situation thing. Where it's like I'm able to just take it. But it's like it's because it's
but with Blackbeard. But again, in order to take it, because for Blackbeard he has a fruit.
I know, but I'm saying like that's for. But I'm saying like we don't know what that fruit is about. Thus, why it would be able to do something like that. You see what I'm saying? Similar to like with Big Mom.
Because I get what you're saying, but it's like Loki himself wouldn't have a power. It's the fruit itself, so the owner of it would have to be able to do that.
I'm saying like
so the fact is like it wouldn't make sense for Loki to be able to do something with it. It's like when he doesn't have the fruit.
No, what I'm saying is like that the fruit itself, and it's like all right, it's just more like what's the thing on a Ralgrab Blue Dragon. The one of the shadows was it was a white tiger shadow, and his thing was that essentially he just latched on to powerful swordsman. But if the swordsman that he was a part of got killed, he would move to the swordsman that killed him. And so then it was like it's unbeknownst to the other person whether or not like they didn't forcibly make the shadow move. The shadow just moved. So it's like if that was the nature of the fruit. So it's just that it went on to the next person, regardless of situation or anything like that. It's just that it did just go to another person. Not that it follows in line with typical devil fruit mechanics, because of the fact that it happens to be a devil fruit that doesn't follow those mechanics. And the only reason I would say that is because of what happened with Big Mom.
That seems more like too much of a gamble. Like you're saying in that sense, if it went away, because then that's not guaranteed that he would have got it.
Exactly, but I'm saying like, but we don't know if that's the nature. But I'm saying like that's because of the fact that we don't know what the nature of the fruit is.
But I feel like it would just be random, because that's the whole point. It was like the reason why he wanted to kill the dad himself, because it's just common knowledge. If you die, the fruit pops up.
Right, but it's like, but again, it's like with that mentality, then it's like, why would take that gamble that it would just pop up and then I would be able to get it, if not someone else was able to get it. And it's like, it more so just like, I'm just saying like, it's just a factor that could be involved. Similar, the only reason I say that is because it's similar to what happened with Big Mom and what is her name, Mama Charlotte, Chocolate Caramel, Mama Caramel, yeah. And it's like similar with her, where it's like, bitch got eaten and then Big Mom got her ability. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I know, but I'm saying, but like, that was just, but it was like, she ate her and she had that particular ability and then it just went inside of Big Mom. But it's just that power transferred over to Big Mom because of a certain circumstance. But it wasn't that the fruit popped up somewhere else and then Big Mom ate it. It's that Big Mom got her ability after she fucking ate her.
Yeah, she ate the person with it.
Right. So it's like, I'm just saying like, if it's another situation where because of particular circumstances, that allows that fruit to do that. Similar to like, I guess it's just because we've seen two instances where a transferring of power with the devil fruit has happened. And then now but like there've been different reasons as to how those devil fruits have been transferred. And it's like, or different mechanics towards what it was. And then now we just have a third one that's been stated, has transferred and moved over to another person. But we don't know specifically what that thing did. What I'm saying is just a hypothesis based off of just from previous things. I would assume that it was something that just went to Loki after he killed the dad, rather than it popped up somewhere else. He had to go get it. It's just that it went to him. That's all. So again, it's just a hypothesis. I'm not saying this is set in stone. This is One Piece, for God's sake. It's like each of those has done a bunch of stuff. But I'm saying my hypothesis with this would be that just those are that fruit specifically can do a thing. And then because Loki killed his dad, he got it. And that's it. I'm trying to explain to you, and it's like essentially like me telling you my feelings, and you be like, man, fuck your feelings. And it's like, with this, I can't change how I feel. And you're like, man, fuck you. And it's like, I get what you're saying, and I understand based off of the rules of the devil fruit so far. Yeah, but it's like, it's just simply because this is all that's been stated so far. And it's like, it's similar to be like what the fuck the pentagrams are for the demon people and why the Shanks copy and the mummy girl that appeared. And it's like, all right, well, like we said, it's like, hey, there might be another person there that summoned them, or they're capable of just being summoned. What the fuck's up with the demon shit? So it's like,
those people summoned Brooke. So
right.
And they making pentagrams during the time skip. When Brooke, like they made the little, like they were trying to summon shit. Then Brooke popped up right there. They had little pentagrams drawn. It's just Brooke showed up right there. Because when Kuma sent his ass flying,
yeah, but
like, them people were trying to summon demons.
Was it, didn't the paw mark appear then? Didn't he fall there? Like the paw mark appeared?
Yeah, I'm just saying, but those people themselves were practicing demons.
Oh, yeah.
Like they had pentagrams drawn.
Well, you see, where it goes with my thing, just shit happened in One Piece. And it was like,
two different
two different things. They're dealing with literal, we're talking about demon shit, and we're talking about the devil fruits. And so it's like,
is that your Blackbeard that you can steal powers and give it, or you eat a person?
We don't know.
That's it. Otherwise, after you die,
you fucking
disappear.
You fucking set in stone.
Because I feel like it's like, in the sense of like, not like with the Dragon Ball. So it's like, yo, like you die there, and then it's like, so it's like,
I get what you're saying. Like, it stays.
Like
in
it might
Elba.
Just stay,
in Elba. Like yeah, I get that. It's like, yeah, that's a possibility. But to me, I feel that it was like specifically Loki was like, I gotta kill you so I can get it. And it was like, and then it went to him after he killed him. And then it was like, all right, so shit gonna pop off. Then it's like, wrap this nigga up. just,
Yeah, got
he
this
just
shit. And they jumped at me. I wonder if he called Shanks a coward because he probably tried to make a deal with him before.
or if it's like he whatever the deal was or something, Shanks was like, nah.
That's what I was saying. He tried to make a deal with
and so
him.
like he just
yeah, and it's like,
like he was like, that's too much. Yeah. Well, you a little bitch. Answer me. Man, you should gonna let all this fine real estate go to waste. Like, nah, man, I ain't with that bullshit. Shanks, you coward. Blast you, whoos.
I said, now watch the Christmas movie.
I feel like one of the teachers might be evil. I feel like one of them, if not that they're evil, but they might be on Loki's side. I guess that would be a preferred statement. It's not that one of them is that somebody's evil, but some people agree with Loki and other people disagree with what Loki did. So I feel like that might become
because I feel like if there were people that did agree with Loki because of the like you said, because what the Giants are, I feel like they would just be fighting right.
I say because I say no because of the transponder Snell conversation. Seeing as how like it's essentially like Loki is planning something, and he was like, "I just got time."
I mean, but that's the only reason he was planning something because he's chained up. It's like realistically, if he wasn't, nigga would just be making moves, just be wrecking havoc. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but because it's like even like he was just seeing Luffy, and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've been saying this shit from the beginning. It's like, yo, I'm destroying everything. So it's like there were people that were agreeing. Like I said, just because the Giants aren't shy from fighting,
right.
I feel like they were just like going there. It wouldn't have been as peaceful as it is. And
right,
like,
I guess.
Yeah, or even like the fact that like the people that he had in the woods were just regular sized people. It's like there weren't giants there because if there were, it's like, oh, there's like, yeah, there's just other giants that just come there because it's like it's the land of the dead. People barely even go there. It's like we just know that that man's just out there outcasted, and we leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I feel like more, like I said, with them, the two people popping up at the end, I feel like it'll fit more with Egghead. The fact that it was like the island itself isn't a threat or danger towards Luffy and them. It's the outside force, essentially, just like with them. So like with Saturn and Kizaru on Egghead, it was like what's his name, Vegapunk wasn't a problem. It was like, yeah, you had the one that was a traitorous. But like other than that, it's like all the rest of them is like, yo, you're good. It's outside force that's a problem. Like I said, it's like with the showing of the other two possible Holy Knights, whatever the fuck they are, it's like, yeah, I feel like it's just more outside force. And it's like, yeah.
But I feel like we're gonna
no matter what, Loki's gonna get free.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna constantly keep getting that. But I think like in terms of like I want to say typical One Piece fashion, some type of civil like the island bullshit mechanic happening that essentially is like, all right, gotta turn some ideas up on its head because Luffy is there, and then it's like, hey, they might leave there for the better or for the worse, you know, and it's like, but because they're there and shit happened, like people's worldview done got changed. But I only because of the transponder snail conversation is why I say it's like if there is someone that is talking with him that is like a higher up giant, because it said that it was how he referred to him was meant to be it was meant to be anonymous, but he was speaking to someone that was like a higher position or whatever. But then like even when he was talking with him, he was saying it was like, you know,
I feel like it's not a giant because I just feel like it's not a giant. Like I really don't.
Oh, because
because
transponder snail had a beard. That's why I say that. Because it had like a big old thick beard on it. Yeah.
I'll say that, and also because it's just like how Loki, because he was like, yeah, like he was saying like he was of noble status. But like I said, it was like realistically, like I said, I feel like it's just like a outsider sense of noble status. So in fact, it's like Loki and then the nigga part of the fleet. Realistically, it's like those two are technically the highest of status for you, Blab. So in fact, they're the kids of the old king.
Well, we don't know how far that realm goes. Because they haven't did too much digging on exactly what they all entail when as far as a nobility reign. You know, you just got people that are given that status, but you're not a part of the royal family. You know,
but it's because of what they are. I feel like they wouldn't do that. The fact that they're giants, and it's like motherfuckers.
But
Essentially
we already had that same, but they literally did that in the chapter with Usopp and Luffy talking to the kids, and they was like, yeah, that was from 100 years ago. They haven't changed.
Well, yeah, they was just saying talking about that mindset though. But
right, but I'm saying like,
but they still dress barbaric. They
no,
still do.
That's
tell the fact that even after they said
that's
that
their
the chick.
But that's a culture aesthetic. It just in looks, but that doesn't mean like their actual fucking monarchy or how their government run wouldn't change. It's been 100
the
years.
fact that they don't have a king and they're okay with that right now is another reason.
But I mean,
I feel like they wouldn't expand that far.
But we still have kids. We still have kids as well as the older people essentially being cool with the politics changing based off of how the old king ran things. So if it's like, all right, yeah, we don't talk like that or we don't do things like that anymore. Now it's more about trading and advancing stuff than it is about conquering everything. So it's like if you have that mentality over 100 years have passed, there's like it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that some type of changes have happened as far as their ruling or as far as the monarchy itself would go. And then even then, in most monarchies, if you have like much like with Loki having a younger brother, and it's like the younger brother having family would make you a part of nobility, but you might not necessarily be in the royal family anymore because you're a branch now. See what I'm saying? So it's like if that is like, and again, it's like we have years of the giants being around, falling under a system where it's like they have a royal family. So it wouldn't be that far-fetched to think that, yeah, there's still some people that are considered royal, but they're not a part of they're still considered nobles, but they're not a part of the royal family. Because the royal family just consisted of, all right, you got the king and he got two sons. And it's like, well, about 50 years ago, the king also had a little brother, and then his brother, and then his brother. And so it's like, they got a cousin or his sister and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I get you're saying that simple. Again, I'm saying that everything else that's presented, they don't seem like they follow on that route.
But I'm saying
even the fact that it's like they said what they said, because even with Zoro, he's like, but you're talking like that. It's like you're the assistant to Sal, but it's like you're still saying the old things. Hell, Giants, we just rolled with.
Yeah, but again, that to me, that still goes with the aspect of essentially there might be some that agree with Loki. They didn't free him, but it's like they agree, like, he might have a different viewpoint towards looking at stuff. And then at the same time, they also talked about the fact that there's like some of the gray beard, some of the gray haired ones didn't agree with the old king. It was like that was his mentality towards changing things, and because he was the king, they went along with it. But now he's gone. But it's like that still doesn't change the fact that some of them are still hard pressed. Well, since he was the king, that was his ruling, he died, and it was like we're sticking to it. That's fine. But then there's also others that was like, well, we didn't agree with it before he died. Then he died, and it's like, all right, we don't have to stick with it. It's just that we don't have a king. So it's like, all right, whatever. You see what I'm saying?
But
because it's like it's not
so far they're stick because the fact that it's like even when they talk about it, there's like all giants are like, yo, what Loki did was fucked up. Yeah. Even with Big Mom, all giants like, we're not fucking
right.
Her.
But it's like,
again, I'm saying because of how they are, like you're saying, even if there are some that agree, they're not. They don't seem like the type. Like none of them shown are like the type.
See, but we haven't seen all. We haven't seen all of them except for those that essentially would be on that same. Essentially the way how Luffy and Usopp pictured them. And then like only now we're getting a few that essentially are going against that mentality and that image. And so that's why I'm saying like in terms of what it is that One Piece has done, and then just the overall aesthetic to having, even if you have it to where the teachers are teaching children to have a different mindset and viewpoint towards how you speak and talk. Like, fuck, when I first read it, I was like, oh, God, please don't let Ichigo start being some crazy liberal. And he'd be like, you can't say retarded. Or it's like, you can't say these words. And it's like, yo, One Piece been saying this shit for the longest. And it's like, nah, man, nah. It's like, hey, there's some trans giants out there. And they're like, oh, no. And it's like One Piece went down a dark path. But just like, it's just the fact that it's like, since they've opened up, it's not that it's a finite, it's definitely this. It's this that because of how One Piece is and how much variety One Piece is always given within just showcasing the different mentalities of different people, even when it comes to clashing at certain typical aspects. It's normal within human nature, or just in nature in general, to where it's like, all right, if there's a enemy that we all can agree on as the enemy, then yeah, we still might have our differences, but that's our enemy. You know, and it was like, and so then like, all right, now the enemy's gone, we still got the differences. So, but it's not that, all right, you know, we're gonna go to war or we gotta fight for it. It's just that, nah, we different. So even with a lot of the stuff that's been happening with the Giants as far as...
I get what you're saying, but it's like them, it's like the ones that she was like, all right, they disagree with the old king. And it's like, all right, that's a whole different thing from Loki himself is just, I'm destroying this entire place.
But again, it's just that, all right. Like,
it's not, it'll be different like, yo, I'm destroying how it runs. His whole thing's, but now I'm just destroying.
Well, again, it was like, but that also
so
goes
in that
with...
sense, it's like, I feel like it's like, whoa, like,
but we don't know what,
thing.
But we don't know all that entails, considering the fact that he made the deal that he did with Luffy, or that Luffy even would agree to the deal. You know, so it's like, it's a simple fact where it's like, yeah, he might say that, and that
whole reason, but again, we don't know exactly everything he said to Luffy.
I know, but I'm saying like that's the factor that leads that interpretation of just, all right, it leads me to believe that there might be other things at play than just flat out, all right, that's it, bad, they're gonna free him, they gotta free him. It's like, no, that there's layers and levels to exactly what it is that he wants as well as what it is that they're going to do. Simply because of the factor where it's like, all right, flat out, he's contacting someone that might be a noble, that essentially might be a top giant if they are. He does have people that's in the area. They haven't tried to free him or anything, but they're there and they fuck with him. Like people are aware that he's still around. They ain't trying to kill him. The brother hasn't tried to become king. We don't even know the circumstances behind that. And then you just have the introduction of, yeah, they have, based off of what the old king has been trying to do, they were trying to go in a different route, but he wound up getting killed. And then we now got Loki, but then because everything is what it is, we're cool with that for now, and that's fine. And it's like, even with the mentality of like, yo, we're teaching the kids a different way of dealing with shit, but it's like our way of going about things is like, hey, trade and advancement and stuff rather than just war and whatnot. So it's like, it's just that it's been introduced, but we haven't seen the overall, all right, this is how everyone functions in Elblaf with this mentality. It's just that we've been given pieces of, this is what they're capable of, this is what they're willing to do, and these are the different aesthetics that they got going around. Even with the different layers being the way that they are and the areas being the way that they are, fuck, having a little old temple and whatnot, it's just there. It's not no upkeep or anything like that. And then the fucking Celestials were able to just show up there. It's just that there's stuff there and there's stuff going on to where everything doesn't need to be on the sleeve. You know, like, even if like with Loki, with him saying what he's saying, is like, all right, is his intention just straight up like everything gotta go because that's essentially what the prophecy is and whatnot, or if it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna be what was it, the fucking Thor Ragnarok, where it was like the idea of what Skirt was. It was like, all right, it was true, but the mentality behind it was different. So it was like, yes, he did destroy Asgard, but it wasn't to destroy Asgard as a means of killing all the Asgardians. It was a means to destroy Asgard to stop Helena. And it was like, but that was Thor's thing. That's what he made him do. And it was like, all right. And it's like, all right, so it's still the prophecy, but it's a twist on what the prophecy is. You know, it's like a twist on what exactly they thought it was meant to be off rip. So it's like off rip, they was like, oh no, he's just straight up going to destroy Asgard. But it's like, all right, the twist is, and it's like, he did destroy Asgard, but the reasons behind it were actually something that the Asgard...
It wasn't twist, because his breathing didn't change. It's
yeah, I know that.
They made it.
That's what I'm saying is like, if that coincides with, if something like that is like, I'm saying like something like that is possible within the realm of One Piece, because most things when they deal with stuff, let alone prophecy or stuff like that, it ain't cut and dry. I would say a similar situation is when fucking Arlong's sister saw the future with Luffy. You know, and it's like with her, she was like, all right, he's gonna destroy Mermaid Islands or whatever. But it's like, yeah, it wasn't what she thought it was. But it was like, that was just what was presented in the very beginning. And it kind of like, a lot of them went with that mentality. But it's like, yeah, but in One Piece fashion, it's like, that's not what you thought it was. And they flipped it over his head. And it's like, all right, so it was different. So I can see that being the case with how they, not with what Loki wants, but with how they handle Loki. So it's like, all right, there's a reason Luffy would agree to his idea, you know, or I mean his deal. And it's like there's a reason that he agreed to that, as well as like there's a reason for what Loki exactly what he wants and what he's trying to do as to why he did what he did with his dad. As like, I'm pretty sure like eventually it's going to do some backstory where it's like, yeah, possibly the interpretation of Loki is vastly different from what it is that came to be, but it's just in the sense of how One Piece has always functioned. Every like especially your very first introduction into everything is not as cut and dry as it is by the time you get to the end of it. So just what it is that they're doing, the fact that it's like, all right, Loki is chained up, but since we don't know what he has, as far as we're not aware of who all agrees with what it is that he's trying to do, what it is that he's trying to amass at this point in time, what all that he needs in order for him to accomplish what he wants to accomplish, or is it just his mentality is just straight up, all right, I'm just want to destroy everything, and like everybody's cool with that. Because like if that was the case, then that would call into a questioning exactly what it is that Luffy was told, whether or not he lied to Luffy or if he told him the truth or whatever, it's because there's so many unknown factors. It just leads to interpretation that everything wouldn't just be everything just wouldn't be a flat out, none of the giants don't like Loki. And it's like, again, especially because I saw the little transponders and everything will make me believe. It's like, yeah. And it's like, even in the fact that it's like they haven't killed him. So it's like, yeah, like, it's like, you can't think like, all right, none of them want anything to do with him. Or it's like, or if they're not trying to rehabilitate him or some way, And it's like, it's just, because I didn't even think about that. It's like, to have him just chained up and whatever. But, yeah. And it's like, I just feel like there has to be more. There has to be more to the giants in general than just, it's just that, period. And it's like it's like they're only that, because we've seen that they have multiple ones that are intelligent or ones that seek to go the intellectual route rather than the warrior route, as well as like the general idea that, all right, one of the first things we're introduced to is a school that Saul opened up rather than anything else. And like, hell, with Luffy and Usopp's mentality being, oh, this is where they're training new warriors. And it's like, yeah, we ain't doing that no more. It was like, that's a long time ago. It's like, yeah, we're done with that. Like, or like, we don't do that. And it's like, hey, there's nothing against it, but it's like, yeah, that's a whole decade. I was gonna say decade, but that's like 100-year long old past thing. And it's like, we're gone past that. It's like, we're in a new age, so shit has to change. But it's like, all right, like, does that mean that that's something Loki agreed with or something that he didn't agree with? Exactly what it was that was his dad trying to accomplish. What wasn't trying to accomplish? All these questions and more next time on Dragon Ball Z. But just more so that's the reason behind like why I think like, yeah, it can't possibly be. Yeah, essentially, I can't think of it being that simple because of what One Piece has done before, and especially how Ichiro has written. I can't see anything being that simple, especially when he introduced the giants, they weren't as simple as Usopp and Luffy assumed they were, or how everyone assumed that they were. And it's like, even from what we've seen and what we know about the giants, immediately when we get to the islands, and it's like, all right, this is a different viewpoint on exactly how it is that we've been like thinking about what the giants are based off of how One Piece has presented them. Aside from Saul just being the only one to gather the books from Ohara, that just kind of came with the factor where it was like, yeah, like, well, he had a special connection. He wanted to keep what they had going around, but it's like, well, now you got the aspect of where it's like, well, there's more towards the intellectual side with giants rather than just Saul was doing that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it just, I can't see it being just so cut and dry, simplistic. That's it.
It make no sense. None of it makes sense.
Oh shit, man, they're me.
It make no sense.
No, I make perfect
it's
sense.
Cut and dry.
No,
they don't like him.
No.
So these outside demon niggas gotta interfere. Kid gonna get resurrected. They like, everybody a bitch. He gonna get PTSD because he gonna see the Shanks clone. He's just gonna stab his ass. I'm like, you a bitch.
Fuck, we don't even know what was it, that
also,
bear?
that random nigga that's just walking on the fucking island.
I was like, yeah, there was like a bear. Was it a bear coat thing? When it was like, when it had the message from the guy that visited?
No, it just showed the silhouette of a dude walking because it showed a bear in the background. It just showed the silhouette.
I thought he was wearing a bear fur coat or something.
It was just the blackened silhouette. It was just walking. It was just the same silhouette of dude that was sitting on the island. And he was like, "Hey."
Yeah, that. Yeah, I forgot about that character.
Yeah, it's like
you got
the same guy. I was like, who the fuck is he?
Yeah. And then what was that bear thing? Because it was standing up over the trees.
It was a bear.
Was it though?
Yeah.
Was it?
Like all the fucking other animals
We
there.
don't know. We don't know what the bear has.
I just know Zoro gonna cut that sword. That's all I know.
Oh, the big sword?
Yeah, he gonna cut it. He like, you a bitch.
I wonder if that's something that's gonna get like if that owl has a power, or if it's like, you know, within a certain area in El Blaf you're able to do something, you know, and they might shrink down the sword or get some of the weapons and stuff that's there or something like that.
I feel like at least a giant sword should be like one of like the little great swords. Yeah. Like at least one of them. And I was like, yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be interesting as hell. But
like, well, it don't matter. Can't be me all the time. Every person they show with a sword is just another victim.
I mean, all in all, it's like I felt the chapter itself. I was like, damn. I was like, man, they got a lot. I was like, he drew a lot within the realm of detail because it was like a bunch of double pages, and I was like, damn.
They want to show the school.
Yeah, the school, the library,
all that movie,
right? I was like, fuck. Even Loki sitting down at the transponders now, and I was like, god damn. And I was like, just double dutching it, ain't you? It was like drawing your ass off.
Also, just that conversation, he was like, "You still going off that feeling with fear that you had?"
Yeah.
Like, yo.
It was like, what does that mean? You know. And I was wondering. I was like, no, they're still talking with him. And I was like, but the fact that it was like, the girl was like, yeah, I see you in that white form, and it's like, well, yeah, even with when the giant showed up at Egghead, because they was like, yo, you're the sun god, Nika. You know, there's like those that might essentially, because like how interesting would that be if there's some that essentially go to Loki's side based off of Luffy agreeing to help Loki, and then because he's Nika, and it's like, whoa, like if Nika say do it, then we got to do it. And it's like, it's not Nika, it's Luffy, dumbass. Also, that fool.
But because of how he is, I feel like if he's not presented with information about Loki to be like, oh, he's that type of guy. It's just in a sense like he will let it slip. That is like, oh, because I feel like he sees the key. He's like, that's the key he needs. And they're like, what? You talking with him? Because just all in all, his for me with Loki, I feel like it was kind of like a Rob Lucci moment. It's like, I got nothing to fear against you. And it was like, I'll kick your ass. I don't care.
I mean, he's never really came across an opponent that he was like that unless they were immediately hostile. They were immediately hostile against him. Thinking about like when they first met Akiji, and then he was like, "Yeah, we gotta get out of here." And they're like, "This guy's strong." But I can see because I was like, I thought it was funny as hell when he did the greeting and he had the hand laid out. Someone went, "Who taught you that?" He nobody. It was like, how do you know how to do that? Like, who taught you that? Nobody.
Yeah, I respect the gender.
But what if
it was a Yakuza greeting?
Right. Well, what if that was thought that Loki told him that's the secret sign for people that's like with me or something, and then like if that was the case, that'd be cool. But or like if that was something he learned on Wano, and then it was like, yeah, this is just what Yakuza's do. And he's like, oh man, that's badass. And he was like, that's how I gotta be. Because I like how he mentioned, because he was like one of my because he didn't call her subordinate or something like that.
My fledgling.
Yeah, my fledglings. Yeah, it's like, yo, one of my fledglings. It's like, who told you that? Nobody.
Hey, it's just good to see Bonnie with her crew. You know.
It was like, oh, so you make a lab here, then you'll be able to fix proper. And that's the idea. And it was like, well, all right then.
Like with that introduction, because at first I was thinking about it, I was like, he is a giant, but the dude that's with the revolutionary. Like, he went back there.
Oh,
He like, yo, Kuma, you need him. And they're like, man, you out there fighting for freedom and shit.
like, ain't you gay? He's like, you goddamn right, I'm gay. Like, but you need him. So diverse, yet they don't talk about that. One of the great characters.
I wonder what's their feelings towards the nigga with Blackbeard.
Which
the giant.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Hell, how they catch him? Especially if his ability is to get bigger. Well, that's what Blackbeard gave him, right? He didn't already.
No, he already had him.
Oh yeah, okay. So it was just.
He was just already.
Yeah, no, no, but
when they showed him, it was like, yeah, but he was like bigger than the Marine Corps. Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, there's something." It's like, what the fuck? In fact, I said Goku. He was like, he's supposed to be in level 6. It's like, how did he get out? Like, how'd y'all get him in?
Yeah, because he already had the little moniker name. Because I think it's like Warship Wolf or something. I think that's something that represents him being big.
Yeah.
Like bigger than
the
average bear.
It was like, yeah, he's even bigger than Horus, and it's like he's not related to that race.
I mean, I could prove religion. Like, the Admiral could catch that nigga.
Yeah.
Because, he frozen, so he got strong enough.
Yeah, fuck Garp knocked his ass out. It's like, we gotta pull him out of the water.
He a different breed. Man, he a whole different nigga.
But, because I believe he has the giant for just make shit make him bigger.
Like, I know, like, what's the limit?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you was a regular person, you would just get big, like the size of an actual giant,
right.
Or
it was like a giant. Goddamn. Yeah.
I mean, hell, they had that puffer fish in part of Merman Island.
Yeah.
Big as hell.
He's big as
hell.
hell.
Like, he can't breathe. He just covered his mouth. He's like, yeah, he gets shit like he exhale, he gonna shrink down.
Man, fuck the Kraken.
You see shit like that, but Usopp's still a bitch. They're giants. Give a fuck. Girl, kill them all. Right? You about to become signing in this bitch. Too much blood. Kill them all.
I thought it was funny that Luffy and that they was like, they're such this is like they're wimps or whatever. When the boys got talked down to, and it was like, you don't mess with
them. They're lame.
It's like, man, they're lame. And they're like, you can't say that. And they what? And then Usopp him being like, ain't you bastards supposed to be showing? It's like, you can't say that. And then with the teacher, it was like, yeah, little brats. You can't say brats. And it was like, do as I say, not as I do. I was like, that's funny.
I just like that my man Chopper went to the books. Right? He like, that's all that noise. They got libraries here. About to go get up on this giant medicine, son.
And then it was
Bonnie, come on.
I was like, yeah, it's Robin, Bonnie, and Chopper that went to the library, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Bonnie already done latched on to Robin, all right? That's that big sister.
Yeah, all that was like that was a meaty little chapter. They gave a lot of insight. Well, I mean, in One Piece general fashion, he gave a lot of insight. Ended on a cliffhanger, and it's like all I want is some more. I want to know answers. I got so many questions, and it's like and no answers.
Way to end the year.
Yeah. It's like, God damn.
Again, it's like, who took all these people?
Yeah.
Again, they got swords. Me and Zoro going at him. I got this.
And I think all in all, much like how the beginning of this is compared to the beginning of Wano, like if anyone thinks that this is gonna be a fucking Usopp prevalent thing, I just want to put this on the video. But it's like, yeah, if anyone thinks like Usopp is gonna matter, people thinking like this arc is gonna be a major
something for
Usopp, right? And it's like, yeah, and it was like for Usopp, and it's like, oh fuck no. And it was like Usopp proving his bitchiness in Wano when he did the whole thing with Nami, and it was like, and that was a huge character moment for Nami, which I think people don't give enough credit for. Because similar to like when Frankie does shit like that, it's like that's expected of that character now. But it's like that's still that's still a big deal considering that character, but it's like what it is that they did is something that's like, all right, at this point in time, that wouldn't be outside of the norm to expect, but it's a big deal considering the situation. So it's like with Frankie being talked to and them saying this and whatnot, yeah, but they dealing with a warlord, and it's like Frankie being like, yeah, who cares? Luffy gonna be king of the pirates. Yeah, emperor. Yeah, and it's dealing with an emperor. He's like, who cares? Luffy gonna be king of the pirates. And it's like, yeah, you would expect Frankie to say some shit like that. But in the heat of the moment of Nami getting her head bashed in by someone that could literally fucking kill her, and then it's like, yo, in this situation, all they're telling you to do is to admit Luffy ain't gonna be king of the pirates, that Kaido is. And then even Usopp being like, just say it. You ain't gotta mean it, but just say it. Like, you're gonna die. And then Nami looked up, crying, blood coming out of her head. She was gonna be king of the pirates. And it's like, nigga, shit like that set in stone so much for that. And I was like, that was a major situation of character development. I was like, because the only other thing we've had up until this point with Nami doing something was her essentially standing firm behind Luffy during Whole Cake. And it was like in that situation, it was like, yeah, like there's really nothing she could really do. But at the same time, it was like, yo, just like disapproving towards Sanji. And I was like, after everything Luffy has done, bitch, it's like, you gonna act like this over some lame shit? It's like, you don't understand, they got my daddy. They got my daddy. What are you talking about? Oh, Zeph, that's dope.
I just know he lucky Zoro wasn't there.
I also like the fact that with Judge, his opinion of Sanji didn't change.
Which
Was right. It was like, which was crazy considering the fact that it was like you had to cheat to beat him in a fight. And it was like you didn't even think he could learn Haki, and he did. But you still had to cheat to beat him in a fight. And then at the same time, you acted,
other kids don't even know Haki.
Right. And it's like, and then you acted as if like you were superior in that scenario. And it's like that was so Chinese. Yeah, that was so Chinese, like fucking anime and manga or manhwa and donghua. That was so Chinese in that mentality. It was like, it was disgusting.
I just beat your top student who you said in a million years I could never beat. You still a bitch. How does that make sense? So then what does that make him? Because I just whooped his ass. My best student. You don't make no sense.
He's a genius
if
of 1,000 years.
Ass, now I'm able to break 2 of your limbs. I'm obviously the shit. Bullshit.
You even said you can't allow me to live because I'll be a threat to him. I already beat him. I'm only going further.
Garbage.
You quill. What was it? The trash. Like, you trash. You just trash.
Supposed to be the next heir of the clan. Everyone got hope for you. I kicked your ass, and they like, yo, you ain't shit. Your mommy ain't shit. You'll never be shit. You know why? Because you a weak little bitch.
It's the grandma on fucking Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Come on, motherfucker. You still like a bitch. I just laid your ass out. Bitch went over the piano. But yeah, and it was like, and then like even for him to talk shit after the fact when they leaving, it was like, if it wasn't for Luffy and them, y'all be dead. And then it was like they're all escaping. And it was like, how do you even want? He's like, Stride, why you even want Sanji? All he does is cook and flirt with girls and everything. He was like, yeah. And he was like, why is he naming all the good things about you? And it was like, after everything that happened, how do you not understand that he's dope? It was like he's better than what you thought, and it had nothing to do with your technology. It was like weird shit like that. This is One Piece, but I feel like with El Blast, it's like, yeah, this is something that is like, yeah, Usopp is gonna be vastly, entertained by the shit going on, because to him it's like what I know about giants and what I perceive them to be.
I said that in like things that he'll ask or try to inquire about.
Right.
Oh wait, what?
But I thought the legend was like blah 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 and blah blah blah, and it's like actually blah blah blah, and they like, Nani?
But again, why did that dude say don't stay long?
Yeah. So it's like,
also, they still showing the top room.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe that's probably like just where the elders are at.
It's like, yeah, I don't think like I feel like it can't be heavy for him. I think if anybody so far, it's gonna be Robin, considering what all she's gonna learn or what all like they're gonna go through like from Otohara and everything. Oh, I said Otohara. It's Ohara.
I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I just know her upgrade is just she just needs to start laughing like it. That's the only faultiness of her flashback is that throughout this life she has not been laughing like that, man. So like that's the only upgrade she needs. Fighting just laugh differently.
She doesn't have to. I just like Saul's laugh. Yeah,
she gotta start doing it. Yeah, that's the only upgrade she needs. They got 2 people with broken ass devil fruit. Well, 3 people with broken ass devil fruit. You got Bonnie, she's the crew, Luffy, and fucking Brook. This nigga controls souls. This nigga, those are 3 stupid devil fruits.
I really would have enjoyed if he was down there. Not to diss on Kid and Law's accomplishment of beating Big Mom, but I really would have enjoyed if Brook was there. It's like just cause. It's like, I just like the fact that his fruit was a perfect counter to her fruit. I just love that. Because it was similar to me. It felt similar to with Luffy fighting Endeavor. And it was like, where it was like, I didn't even think about that. It was like, this motherfucker been a monster this entire time. And then it was like, oh wait, Luffy's rubber. And it was like, I didn't even think about that. It's like so genius and hilarious, but good at the same time.
That Big Mom.
Right.
Realistically, I wouldn't, because I want my boy Brooke to go through that. Because realistically, her mindset would just be get rid of him first. And it's like, and she's someone that's capable of. I could do that.
That's what I'm saying. He would be intervening, or he would have been a part of the fight when Kid and Law were fighting. That's what I'm saying. Not him going up against her by himself.
I know that's what I'm still saying. I'm saying no matter what, because she knows what the fruit is. I'm saying no matter what, it's just bam, alright, fuck it. She whooped his ass before. She still got whoop his ass again.
Yeah, but now she got to deal with Kid and Law, and they gonna get in the way.
They not.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, she been bum rushing both of them niggas, so she'll be like, move. Bam!
He would have been shambling all day long.
He no shambles, but you already fucking.
He's not the Kid. Yeah, Law would have been shambling all day long, and then you would have had Kid hitting her with the bull.
Because then that would have been a waste on his part. Because it's like I gotta focus on moving you out the way, because she's going to get you. But so it's like, why would I focus on that?
He's stopping the abilities, and then it's like, yo,
yeah, it's like even how the fighter was like, he wasn't teleporting Kid around, and it's like you're heavy, so I was like, yeah, nah, Brook is gone.
All that metal, he can't move.
Brook is gone.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Brook is a single entity.
Knocked the fuck out.
Brook is a single entity. They would have been both just sidestepping like between rocks. It would have been him, Brook, and a rock. He would have been flicking.
I don't want my boy Brook going through that.
It would have been similar. No, he would have been okay.
No, he would not.
It would have been similar to that fight against that Despair dude on Black Clover when Asta was going through the portals and then he had the little threads controlling him. It would have been similar to that. So like every time you try to get him, shambles, and then you just get stabbed in the back by Law and you're trying to reach for him, shambles, and then you just Brook. He like getting rid of her soul stuff, and she's like, I'm getting weaker, shambles. And so he just cutting away the souls that she got, and then you just got this motherfucker getting stronger. So then it's like, yo, with all this soul power, Soul King is able to shine. It's like, And then she did her little, what was it called? Requiem? The female ghost thingy that just started just wailing. Punching.
I thought he would have been able to stop that. It's just like the fact like, hell, he couldn't stop Prometheus, Zeus, or Napoleon. Because they had her soul.
Yeah, but they're things. They're physical things. That was just like a big old spirit thingy. So,
but they were still made up of her soul.
Yeah, they were made up.
Brooke already knocked out before she doing that. Again,
they were
laying this nigga out.
They were things. They had her soul.
Like, only gave Chopper a pass because he was nice for a little bit on the island.
Don't you ain't gonna sit here and deny my man Brooke.
I'm not trying to get him hurt. He ain't
gonna get hurt. He gonna do dirt.
Big Mom whooping his ass.
Brooke is a man of many talents. He was gonna kill her, and then when she falling down, he'd be like, "My good lady, I'm sad to see you go." And then he just would have been quiet, and he would have put that sword back down, and
she can't even cut her.
When she get knocked the fuck out, and no more hockey.
Couldn't even cut She had Aki the entire fight.
When she get knocked out and she like falling
She
down.
didn't get knocked out while she was falling
No,
down.
while she falling down, she would have got frozen because he would have been like, "It's over." And he just would have. It's over. I don't know why you being so
She still break out of there.
I don't know why you being so obtuse. She was falling down to the core. She died. She was already dying. What are you talking about?
Frozen in mid. She break out of there. I ain't
breaking
saying
out of
shit to real niggas.
She just falling down.
They already shown I ain't saying shit to real niggas.
No. Falling down in the lava, covered in ice, and they'd be like, "What? That's Big Mom. Damn. That's wrong."
I don't know why you be trying to put these niggas in fucking life threat situations.
You acting as if Law ain't cool. Like, Law cool.
He is cool, but again, during the entire fight, he wasn't teleporting them niggas because he gotta focus on my life. I'm fighting fucking Big Mom.
He ain't worried about
if you came up here to fight, nigga. That's your decision.
He would have been helping.
No, he would not have.
Would have been
I'm
helping.
doing me.
He would have been helping. All that stuff Big Mom brought to life that was getting in their way, Brooke would have got rid of. And they'd be like, "No, he helping." And Law would be like, "I recognize that. I see that. Here you go. Here's some milk. You take this."
Majority of the things she brought to life were metal, and Kid got rid of them immediately.
And then he would have got rid of the souls attached to
that
him.
didn't do nothing.
It would have helped the other people around. And
No, it would not have.
I don't understand why you being so obtuse about this. It would have been beautiful.
He wouldn't have been able to do it.
It would have been a nice.
He would have already been out the picture.
It would have been a nice boulder.
He would have already been out the picture.
It would have been a nice boulder. That's a nice. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. That's all it would have been. Would have been a nice boulder. I don't know why you being so obtuse.
It's obvious. I like Brooke more than you because I don't want him hurt.
He wouldn't have not gotten hurt.
He would have definitely got hurt.
He would have been shining.
Because both of them motherfuckers would not have been worrying about it. So he would have just been.
And, they don't need to. He fast as hell already.
So, yeah, he still got it there. He'll do it again.
Because he didn't need to beat her. He just needed to leave.
No, he just needed to fight for his life. You're against Big Mom. It's not a.
He had the poneglyph. You know what I mean?
He still got caught.
Yeah, but he left. He was able to leave. He was good.
He had to get saved. He wasn't good.
He was good.
He had to get saved.
He didn't know what her powers could do.
Get up.
Again, he didn't know what her powers can do, and that was
he saw what her powers could do.
Again.
And then she was like, "I got hands," and that fucked up his whole plan.
But that was a 1v1. I'm talking about a 3v1, where she already hurt from what happened on the roof, and she's dealing with Kid and Law, and then this nigga just pop up and try to help. I don't understand what's so difficult to understand about this. It is very easy to understand. It's perfect. Brooke would have been gold.
I want my boy down like that.
Yeah, see, you don't respect him like I do.
I do
That's
respect
all. You don't respect him.
In life
You
situations,
don't respect him like I do.
he gonna die.
That's all. You don't respect him. But I do feel like, considering the fact that we had a small glimpse of Robin's backstory from the last chapter, it was like more so in the very beginning, covering like what she'd been through before she saw Saul. Like, she's gonna be very heavy-handed involved in this arc, let alone I guess in the info dump that's gonna come in the first act of the arc. Seeing as how she was one of the main people. She like it acknowledged the fact that she went to the library, and then like the information that's supposed to be there, let alone the fact that it was like her with Chopper. So it's like I can see like they're doing a lot of info dump for her, as well as like the situation going on and everything like that, and her learning something that she shouldn't learn, but she gonna learn is whatever. But I can see them doing a lot more with her character, especially if it does get to a situation of like something happening, and it's like how crazy would it be if like she got to choose between siding with Saul or siding with Luffy, and it's like that'd be interesting. But yeah, and it's like I feel like this will be more of a Robin arc than anyone else's. Just mainly because of her relationship with Saul, and then just what all might transpire behind the Giants in general. So that's who I figured will have the most stakes in this arc than anyone else. It's like, but with Usopp, it's like, no, that's a fucking pipe dream. Because it's like, again, everything that he wanted was just to go there. And it's like, well, he's here now. So like, mission accomplished. That's it. It's like, yeah, there's literally nothing else for him to gain. Because it's not like he can learn anything from them, let alone would he train in anything they do. Because it's like, a lot of they're all mainly melee fighters anyway, and it's like that motherfucker and is not that. So yeah. It was like, now they had like other
It's the same speculations like with Wano.
yeah, with Zoro,
like,
yeah, they're like, they all got swords. And it was
It's
like, yeah.
hell, he went there. Realistically, Zoro was already the strongest fucking swordsman there.
Yeah.
And it's like, no sign, the Yakuza, none of y'all niggas are me. Hell, y'all whole prophecy is that outside niggas was gonna come in and wreck shit. And that's what the fuck happened.
I don't know how that prophecy is weird.
But y'all niggas can't handle it. These outside niggas gotta sort y'all shit out.
It was like, and much like with a lot of other situations with Zoro, it's not like he learned a new technique or anything. It's just the situation required him.
He just cut fire. And it's like, that's just because he just saw the Kimo dude cut fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, nigga, I'm amazing. So now I cut fire. That's it.
And it's just much like with a lot of things in One Piece, it's just more so the experience that you gain comes from just your acknowledgement of different things that you haven't really seen. And it's like, you didn't know you were capable of this, like old Superman. Yeah, you didn't know you could do this until you tried to do it. Now you can do it. Yeah, and it was like, oh, okay. And it was like, yep, there you go.
That and these motherfuckers used to operate like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and it's not like he fucking learned a brand new technique that basically ain't gonna go nowhere. Fairy tale. But it's like, yeah, nah, like Zoro already had all the abilities he needed upon fighting King. It's just, he just didn't fight King. And it's like, then he fought King and he won. The end, that's how that go. It's not like he was there and it was like, this is the secret technique of the fucking, whatever that family is that Odin's from. They're like, oh, it's a special technique only you can learn. It's like, oh, not really. It's like, I feel like even him having, Emma, yeah, that really wouldn't have made that wasn't a major factor behind this fight. Just I was like, yeah, the only problem with that is that the anime fucked that up, because the anime made it seem like that was a major factor in that fight, which was weird. And he was like, oh, I can't even. Like, what are you doing? It was like, why are you doing this?
And drag it out.
Yeah, and it's like in the manga, it was like, nah, this is just they just going. I was like, let them fight. But it was like, nah, the anime is like, hey, how do we pause right now? Well, for some reason, King's knocked in this other room and he hasn't gotten back up yet. And then Zoro's like bitching about the sword for some reason. I was like, well, that's weird. But we got to do something. They made us get rid of all the glitter on Luffy. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, because he was shining like a motherfucker and he kept having cherry blossoms. I don't know why. It's like, because none of that's significant to him in any way, shape, or form.
Especially when you have an anime where a whole character backstory
It's cherry blossom.
Yeah, like that Chopper.
Like literally his fighting abilities are cherry blossom based, and it's like, but you're gonna give it to Luffy as a thing that pops up as he's like as a streak in the back when he's fighting. That's weird. You're weird.
That's when Chopper had to get a new fucking transformation. Better get freaky with it. He had an the giantification and Mink shit added with his own shit. He better do something.
I feel like, considering that he gave the little Sulong form pill to Beppo, it was like, and then like the time that it's been while they've been either on sea or like, you know, since they were in Wano, like they easily could have had it to where he's done figured out and discovered something else. It's like, you've given him more than enough time to do something else. It's like, not necessarily that he needs to read something on Ablaf and then be like, oh, I figured this out and it could help me with my whatever. And it's like, you could do that. But again, it's like much like with the talk that he had with Caesar and the fact that it was like they showed that after the fact. It was like, yeah, you know you're more than capable of doing whatever. It's like, you're just kind of scared of doing it because you don't know what might happen. But it's like, hey, that inquisitive nature doesn't go away. And it's like, Chopper's a doctor and that dude's an intellectual. So it's like, yeah, just let that be it. And it's like, and that's the time that it takes between going from island to island is more than enough for him to develop more stuff. And it's like totally different compared to like Usopp or Nami, to where it's like, you know, if anything, taking different technology that they got from the places can enhance their stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's understandable. But with Chopper, it is like, nah, like him, the time that you gave him from going from here to there, and he been like getting jiggy with it, and it was like, all right, there you go. He done figured out something different. And it was like, all right, now we're able to give some variety with his character. And again, it was like much as we talked about, if they would have gave a hint of this nigga doing some high key shit, it was like, or have someone fucking acknowledge that he can he has 6 different transformations. No one. And 7, yeah. 7 transformations. No one in all of One Piece has acknowledged this. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like a Zoan with 7 different forms. What? Especially how powerful they're supposed to be. It's like, if anything, it's like, all right, let this man awaken. And it just be the prettiest thing you've ever did.
8, 10. 8. The monster point was the 8. First, he just had 7. It was the typical 3. It was the hybrid human.
Yeah, the animal.
Yeah, then he got the fence, horn, jump.
All right, he did have 4. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I thought there was 3 extra. No, there was 4. Yeah. Horn boost, jump boost, arm boost, and defense boost. Yeah. For the Japanese point. Yeah. When the last time that man sent a bone weak point? Someone the last time he did that.
These fights been too real. We ain't got time.
And again, and the beauty of One Piece fashion is like you haven't had them square off against certain characters square off. Like everyone needed to square off against an opponent in order for it to like, all right, we're seeing that they're progressing or anything like that. And it's like, yo, it could be a situation, and it's like a situationship where it's like, yo, this shit just happened, but then some other shit happened that completely disregarded that. And it's like, oh, okay. Because like with like again, like talking about with Nami dealing with the headbutt chick, yeah, there was like I care not to remember her name. I just like the fact that she called page 1 paper. Yeah, I was like, that was a good nickname. Yeah, but yeah, and it's like, yeah, that whole situation. It was like, yo, Big Mom just showed up, and it was like, damn. Yeah, but it's like everything that was happening was so sporadic and crazy. And it was like, yo, that was cool.
She laid it out page 1.
Yeah.
Good God.
And then the fact that the girl, she was like, yo, fuck you. And she went up to Big Mom, and it's like, what? And it was like, yo, that's payback. It's like, this bitch crazy.
It's that mindset that fucks up people when it comes to One Piece. It was like, you see things like that, and it's like, oh, that person is way stronger than that person. It's like, no, it's just, this is a world where these people don't fear. Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm not scared to fight these motherfuckers, but it's just onlookers will go, you shouldn't fight that motherfucker.
Well, Jinbei, when he left Big Mom, because that's a perfect scenario of that. Because it was like, yeah, Jinbei couldn't have beat Big Mom in that situation, but it was like, yeah, I have nothing to fear from you. He's like, I'm about
to. He got some punches.
Yeah. I mean, he would have got punches, but he ain't gonna win. Yeah.
That's punches.
He's like, get in water. Get in water, quick. What is it, the hard bear man? If you're not careful, you get us all whacked. Body in a wood chipper. But and he's I'm afraid of you. Why not? He's like, I'm about to Luffy gonna become king of the pirates. It's look like fearing you. Bitch, get out of here.
I wonder how long he life will last.
I feel like it's gonna be a minute.
A whole year, dude. Like they're gonna be. Yeah, I didn't realize how long Egghead really was.
Like, it was short.
And it was like last year they ended when I think it was the end of Kuma's backstory when they were showing him running. I was like, damn. What? I was like, they did a lot of shit. And I was like, that was last year? Good Lord.
It was like, and again, it's like Egghead was short compared to a lot of something because Wano took forever. Like that took.
Like for Egghead just showed up, shit popped up. Like immediately shit popped up.
It's like, hey, this is Vegapunk. Oh, cool. We've been hearing about you since forever.
I need to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, what's happening? Hey, I need to go. What do you mean you need to go? I need to go. I need to go. They're trying to kill me. Is that Lucha? And he got different transformation. Guess what? I got a different transformation. What the fuck is that? That's the gum come fruit. What the fuck is the gum come fruit? Never brought that up again.
Man, he did die after.
Yeah, it had situations, his check-ins and savings was like the savings and his check-ins. I don't know. Interesting chapter. very, very interesting chapter. But
I'm gonna get answers.
Yeah.
July.
Super long. It's like, hey, it's just gonna have a bunch of people just basically speculate and just look what Shanks did with this mummy girl we've never seen before. And it's like, hey, what if it is Shanks? That'd be weird.
Because then I just asked, that opens more questions. And again, I still just want to know what the fuck Buddy's doing.
On his ugly ass ship.
Like,
No, didn't Mihawk cut it? The ship that they made look like him?
No, they didn't cut it because they just said, yo, we gotta have a meeting.
Yeah, and then grab, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I just want to, like, what are they doing? Because again, it's like, it's like, Luffy still got his shit. It's like, we seen Blackbeard and Shanks. They got other poneglyphs.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, all the kid haters. It's like, kids, like, he didn't say he was actually dead. So I believe he's still alive. And like, we already know Law's still alive.
And he should have Oda don't like killing people. Can't kill people.
Because you ain't gonna like it when you do, right?
That's not the same. It was like, yo, this is a side character that basically had a self-sacrifice moment. Let them have that moment. And like, I just like my character. I'm like, God damn it. It's cool that you like that. But like, come on, man.
It's like, they did something like, but how bugging them? How are they gonna get the poneglyphs? What the fuck are they gonna do?
Garp captured. Kobe freed. I guess. like that matters or whatever. As we stated before, Kobe's gonna be important, but it's gonna be more annoying than anything else. That's all it's gonna be. It's just gonna be.
I would just like if his importance is away from Luffy. And it's like,
like he's doing something else somewhere else.
Like I said, it's like because of what the revolutionary is, it's like, yo, Luffy might be involved, but I'll be completely okay. If it's like, nah, nigga, this is just a dragon thing. Like, Dragon's like, Emu, you a bitch. And it's like, oh, shit. And it's like, what you gonna do? And it's like, yeah, you got the fleet admiral. Because like I said, it's like the admirals know. Because, like, Kizu wasn't surprised. So these niggas know these niggas are demons or whatnot. Yeah. So it's like, yo, you been letting this shit happen? Like, I can see Kobe giving the speech. Like, you just let this. And it's like, nigga, pirates need to fucking die. And it's like, you ain't shit. And the Sabo be like, look, you a bitch and you a bitch. I'm with both y'all asses. But because Kobe gonna say the magic word, he was like, I got it. Like, he gonna say Luffy. He like, all right. I won't whoop your ass yet, but we gonna whoop his ass together.
You know about my brother? You're a Luffy son, brother.
Alright, look. I'm just gonna whoop his ass and I'm gonna bounce out.
Alright, look. I'm about to get up out of here. Take that with you.
You just saved your own life.
Take that with you. Son. Depression. I'm gonna be an admiral. Something like that. Kid's fucking weird.
Cause I could just see, cause like it would be like essentially like sort of foreshadowing from when he was crying at the Marine Corps War. Like it's like him being in front, like it's like nigga, you just died. So it's like it's like I'm like it feels like it's gonna be a reveal on what the fuck the Celestials are, and it's like what the fuck? It's like you
like if he's finally privy to that information.
Yeah, and it's like y'all just let it. He was like, I don't give a fuck. And he was like, nah, like the Marines shouldn't be like this. Now I see why people do hate them, but I'm gonna do a better thing. Like Kobe's just pure shonen protagonist.
Yeah. That wasn't his thing. He was like, I'm gonna change it from the inside. Like, I gotta fix all the problems or something like that.
I think so.
So, yeah.
I just know his dumb ass was like, I'm gonna stop Luffy. Like, come on now.
He's like, but I'm a part of Sword.
The leader of y'all just got done fighting niggas around that nigga, and he can tell you, you don't wanna know. You can't stop that nigga. I could probably beat like 3 people in that nigga crew. Only 3. And he was like, that's about it. And it was like, everybody else, well, man, nigga, they got Jinbei. Who the fuck beating Jinbei?
They got him to beat niggas like Luffy.
Show it.
You ain't even a vice admiral, nigga.
He's always talking out the
You a care man, nigga. You were never there, nigga. You were sitting on the corner eating candy there, nigga.
It's like no matter what it is, it's like the Marines are always lesser than the pirates. Like you just It's just a fact. It's
It's
like,
just
hell,
that-
even as great as Garp is, Garp can't beat Kaido. And it's like, fuck no. It's like, yeah, I know about it. It's like, you ain't beating this nigga.
Because if you could, you would have did
You
it
would've
already.
been
You would have did it already. Like, let's not like act like these motherfuckers only went on. I was like, hell, multiple times Kaido has been arrested. He has been arrested.
Just for me.
Yeah.
It's some goddamn socks.
Yeah.
Boy.
But yeah, that'd be interesting. Like Kobe fucking around with the revolutionary. I can see. And then like hell, you got their floating fortress that Emu and them have. Whatever the hell that is, that weapon that they got.
It's an ancient weapon.
Yeah. What I'm saying, like, somebody getting to it and doing something. Because it wasn't because Vegapunk, he's on that little cloud thing, right? The mixture Vegapunk when they put their bodies together. Yeah, like they're on a cloud ship, right? Yeah, they're like they just floating around. Like maybe they might stumble upon it. Hell, that was another one.
Their whole thing is just about prolonging their little history. But they was like, what? Cause I forgot how they said like some hundreds of years before essentially someone finds one or something.
Yeah.
And like I said, they still ain't do nothing with the last supernova nigga. I'm pretty sure they gonna do something with him. But he is a Sky Island nigga.
Yep.
In the Sky Island.
Oh yeah. What if they use that rainbow bridge technology that what you call it got? Tonight we dine in Valhalla.
That's how the shit. They just say.
Or what if that's one of the giants want? They're like just to die in battle, so they can't go to Valhalla, and it's like they believe in that. That'd be crazy. It was like everything he's been doing is trying to make this grand battle that he wanted to die in.
I just want to know what the fuck Loki's devil gonna be.
I got the picture fruit. I can make a picture in a picture. You did what? Like you killed your dad for that? Mm-hmm. He always hogged the remote. So fuck that nigga.
Like I feel like most likely it's gonna be a mythical thing. Okay.
Oh, you figure like a Zoan or just a?
That's the only thing that's mythical.
Oh, okay, you talking about like turn former like that? Okay.
It's just what the fuck it's gonna be. You know? I can see it being friendly.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Viking based. Yeah.
Also is one of the signs of Ragnarok. There's a lot of signs for Ragnarok.
And then and Fenrir teeth can break anything, right? I want to say one of the things like Fenrir bites and destroys some type of weapon or something like that.
No.
Not well.
Maybe you're thinking of the other wolves.
No, it's Fenrir. It's Fenrir. Like yeah. Trying to think. Not well versed in what they call Norse.
Just know every other thing can cause Ragnarok.
Yeah, right.
That's about it. And it's like, oh, is it just one thing? No, I see that guy. If he sees the edge, Ragnarok. What do you can tell him to stop looking? But he has to look.
Like, you got this.
That makes no sense. These wolves, they chase the sun and the moon. Don't let them catch it. We're doing Ragnarok.
The skirt. Just Ragnarok.
If that blacksmith finished that pair of chopsticks, why is he making chopsticks?
Chopsticks. It seems like cultural appropriation right there.
You better hope he don't finish it. And it's like, oh god. Now I kind of want to see him finish it.
See him finish. Chopsticks go hard. They badass.
It's like so ridiculous. They can pick anything else there.
Yeah, right.
I just like the music. Everything would be Fenrir. That would be the fucking giant snake.
What if it's the horse?
The horse that Loki became to get fucked.
Yep.
Well, now he was the dude. But he still chose to get fucked. That's weird. All the things.
Not if you a Viking.
How you raised?
But yeah, just true, true blue One Piece fashion. So many questions. Ooh, what if the person with the band-aids is the person marked by flames?
They was on the black boat.
Who knows? They demons too. We don't know. It's just a question.
It's a dumbass question.
No, it isn't. We don't know. And you'll be like, I'm UT's brother. You're like the guy character. You're like, let this character go. So stupid. Your movie was not good. It had funny moments, but it was not good.
God.
You made the Sunny come alive. That was cool. It was like, what? And you gave Beppo a funny moment. That was good. But it was not a good movie.
Not at all. You destroyed the people were. It's like I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you're attacking at. Luffy would have punched her.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, that Shank's daughter. It's like, yo, she's trying to stop you from achieving your dream. Luffy would have punched the shit out of her. He was like, fuck out of here.
Because they're friends. And it's like he would have definitely did that.
Punch this shit out of her. Also, and again, it's like this is a movie introduced right after the concept of what haki is. And if it's strong enough, it goes against Bruce.
Yeah.
And it was like, but not these people. When it was like, nah, just gonna disregard all of that. Hell, throwing a bucket of water knocks Luffy out, apparently. It's like, damn, y'all not with them one people?
This man was completely covered in water when he went up against 3 admirals with a piece of wood. He was
like,
wet.
He wasn't staggering when he came out of that. He got thrown.
Wet. They can't swim. It's like, that's it. Hell, there's a whole scene of these niggas.
He made
like,
fire underwater.
Right. It was like we have a whole scenario of them bathing in Alabasta after what happened in Alabasta.
Alabasta, they bathed in Wano, they bathed in plenty of places.
It was like they were fine, but it's like
as soon as they start making movies after the time skip, and it was like, oh, devil fruit users can't take baths, and I was like, Robin takes baths all the fucking time.
It wasn't after because they did it before the time skip also, because it's that it's one of the movies when they be in a bath. It's like a movie or a special. I can't remember when they be in a bath and the Kiji be there.
That's after the time skip.
That's after.
Yes,
are you sure?
That's Z. That's when they fight.
That's Z. Damn.
That's Z. That's when they first showed his leg. Yes. Man, and even that scene was dumb because it was like Luffy was like that, but this nigga was just in the bath regular.
And then he froze it, and then it was like, and then they were all hunched over, and they were like, it's warm, but it's water.
And it was like he was literally just in it without any repercussions. So like it's not you're not strong.
It's like, what's the joke? We gotta do the joke. Hell, and then in gold, they went over water. It was like the water had gold pieces in it. That's why you were able to get controlled by what's his name. But then it was like they had to put on regular seawater, which got rid of that. And it was like they were fine afterwards. But nah. I feel like they just make up whatever the fuck they want to whenever they want to. It was like, hey, it was like it's just bad writing. Bomb soundtrack though. Yeah, Ida did her thing, but yeah, nah. He's like, you trying to stop her concert? You can spray him with water. It's like, an emperor? And I'm like, what? Like, if that's all you had to do, then he would have been murdered a long time ago. Then 4 Kids would have been right to change all the guns into water guns. And if 4 Kids is right, that makes me wonder how hungry you are for life.
He wasn't even an emperor yet.
Done,
like when that movie came out, like it should have been like, yeah, that was like before what happened at the end of Wano, I believe. I don't know. Or it was like near the end of them fighting. Like it should have been like before it was revealed of him. He was a 5th emperor, technically.
Didn't he get made into a 4th emperor after Whole Cake?
What? No. He became a 4th emperor after Kaido. Because he took over Kaido and Buggy. And Buggy got
Buggy Shanks, Blackbeard.
It was saying it was just the newspaper saying he was the 5th emperor.
Yeah, right.
Now he made no fucking sense.
Especially coming off the heels of Stampede, which was essentially, it was like Stampede was a better version of what the fuck is that movie called? Red. It was like what a better version of what Red was trying to do, because Red was trying to appease people by being like, hey, remember this? It was like a big old member berry fest. But it's like Stampede did the exact same thing, but Stampede was action packed. It every character fit within their norm of what they were and who they are, and then nothing was disrespectful towards it. And then as well as it introduced a character that essentially was, again, is a damn Jesus Christ, how much they copy? And it's like it's a predetermined character from someone that's a legacy character, but it didn't compromise the legacy character just to have that predetermined, like this new character brought up, because it was like Bullet. And it was like, yo, Bullet's trying to do his own thing. And it was like, yo, he was on Gold Roger's crew. Cool. Gold Roger did. And it was like, I'm trying to do my own thing. There you go. It was like, that's it. It was like,
another dope buggy. That man, look, that's Bullet. It was like, I know. Like, of course, like, I was on the fucking street, like, that's Bullet. He was like, yo, they say he's just as strong as Ray. Fuck out of here. It's like, yo, that's, nope. He's like, why we running? That was Bullet back there. Nah, I'm good. That man was pre-Kaido the way he was whooping their ass.
Then like Stampede just had the right characters on there. It's like, you had Miyar, you had Hancock, it had Lucci. It's like Lucci was around, and it's like he had a dope moment, even though it was like, yo, he wasn't gonna square off against Luffy. But it's like, yeah, Lucci had a dope moment when that nigga ran after damn, I'm not forgetting his words.
The Eternal Compass.
Yeah, Eternal Compass. Yeah, when he ran towards that, the log post, yeah, and he just Luffy just broke it, and it was like, ah. And it's like, how cool was that? And it was like, yo, Bullet knew what that was. And it was like, yeah, it's one that goes straight to Laugh Tale. Ain't nobody about to ruin this for me. It's like Stampede took so many elements from like good One Piece movies, because it had the race thing, and that was similar to the fifth or fourth movie, when they had that that crazy race. I think it's the fourth. I think the fifth movie is the swords. I can't remember. Too many One Piece movies. But too many bad One Piece movies at that.
Dope ass moment in the show. They just look back and smile. Yeah, yeah, I'm cool. Like I said, you did all the cool things.
Yeah.
Red was like, nah. Like I said, Red was like everything even newly introduced. You know, completely forgot. But you got people hypnotized and they're punching Shanks. It's like Shanks is an emperor that like has ridiculous high key. He should not be getting bruised. And it's like, even if he going like, I'm not gonna hit him, but it's like, all right, it's like, God damn it. It's
like, why is his high key knocking him out?
Hell, it's like, even for the gravity hammer, it's like, just float up the people. Your concern is for the people, just float them up. And it's like, yo, now they can't hurt anybody. So it's like, yeah, we'll solve this out.
So it was like, you had Katakuri there, and you attached him onto a wall. And then you was like, yo, he fucked. It was like, yeah, the little musical note thing.
Katakuri was not there, nigga. Katakuri came at the end. Cause then he was with Shanks. Cause then he said the thing. And the Shanks was like, you said you think the only one that knows observation? He said, I know. He's like, yeah. He said, yeah, you big mom kid.
He wasn't touching the wall.
No, he was not.
I just wanted to touch the little musical note thing on the wall.
He was not. He came after
me. I don't have the movie. I can't really look at it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I could have sworn like that happened after he got free, or when they got everyone off the little music.
Because he wasn't there. Because it just showed Burley and Oven first. But then they was seeing the transmission. Then Katakuri, he's like talking. He's like, I'll go there. And when Shanks showed up, he was talking to Shanks.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Red to dispute that. Only seen it once, and that was enough. Hell, even now, when it popped into my head is the damn song. Good song. But yeah, it was like even the it was like, yeah, because like with Stampede, the fan service was excellent. It was like with Red, it was like, hey, what's fans? And it's like, service? And it's like, no, fan service. Service? And it's like, God damn it, service. Okay. And I was like, you're introducing a character that literally can like disrupt so much with lore. And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. And I was like, this Shanks has a daughter. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? And it's like, and then she hate pirates? What? And it's like, nah, it'll be fine. Also, she had every means of being able to save herself, and she just was like, nah.
Hey, stupid. You knew the truth, so I ain't angry.
It's like, wait.
They didn't think me through.
I was like, you don't understand. They gave me 3 episodes in the anime, and then a movie. What does that matter? What does that mean? It doesn't mean. Look at my coat, though. Ain't it cool? Yeah, your design is dope. It's like, it's like, aw. What do you mean, aw? Just me, aw. Man. I guess that's about it for One Piece. Yeah.
For one chapter.
Yeah, for one chapter. So that is it.
In the year.
Yeah, hopefully all these multitude of questions can get answered. But you know, in true One Piece fashion, I hope more than anything that shit just happens in a way that's like, I didn't even think that it was possible. You know, it's like it just do stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just stuff that happens, and it's like, who would think of that? Who told you to do that?
Introduce a character, and they go, oh yeah, him? Yeah, that's been a condensed giant this entire time. A condensed giant.
Was it the dog? That was the key to the whole operation. What dog? Where did this come from? And he like look at past chapters, and it was like, he was there the whole time. He was there. This goddamn dog.